What is up, guys? I am Drew, and I do music, but today I am joined by my good friend JJ, otherwise known as the Unending One. JJ, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
JJ asked me to come over to his channel and join in for his part 3 on telling stories about the Washington D.C. trip in 8th grade, since I was there. Now we're going to tell a little
Yeah.
bit of stories, and some of them from my point of view, so you may not have heard the same thing.
All right, so you can agree with me. The Washington D.C. trip was cursed.
Oh, it
Like,
was
just it
amazing,
was pretty
and
bad, and also
I actually couldn't figure out many complaints about it. It was a lot of fun, but it was insane.
yeah. Well, I can figure out a few complaints actually, and we'll
Oh,
get into that today because this is the third day. All right. So
yeah,
this is the day after we had we called all of the rooms and stuff, and we was like partying.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, so this is like the last day.
The last day
Yeah.
was
And I
a
think
lot of fun.
we had breakfast at the hotel if I'm not mistaken.
We did. We had it in one of their conference rooms. That was a good time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um I don't remember talking to many people of the other schools in the third day though. Do you did you ever talk to anyone other than like just the school?
I mean, I don't remember any like distinct conversations, and if I did, it would have been like the natural me telling a joke, somebody from another table laughing, and I'd be like, haha, all you, stupid, that kind of thing. I don't
Oh,
remember actually
okay.
having like upholding any conversations with the bottom feeders, if you will.
The lower tier people. Yeah.
Yes, the
Not from
ones who
Churchill
haven't
Middle
gone high
or from
enough.
that for life, baby. Baptist Club.
Peppa's Club. Oh my god, I was just talking about that the other day because I saw somebody wearing a Beppis shirt, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it sprung back a whole bunch of memories. Like I thought about the fact that we were all talking about purchasing a warehouse for just our own personal use.
Yeah, the warehouse was a little bit uh too out
Ambitious.
there, but that's what it is.
All right, but that's a story for another day. The the DC trip,
Yeah.
that
Hmm.
was,
Day three.
I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of really great
Um.
memories there.
Oh yeah, like it was great. It's just that there were some things that really kind of weird. Like I mentioned in part two how we had to wait for like 3 hours for free donuts, and like we had like 30 minutes left to have fun at the hotel.
Oh yeah, you went to go get the donuts, right?
No, no. We no. The teachers went to go get the donuts. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
no,
some
I'm
I
not
thought
getting
some
no
kids
donuts,
went.
bro. I didn't vote. I didn't vote yes.
Ah, uh, well, I
No,
remember the
there
amazing.
probably was a bunch of seventh graders or something. But
Yeah, I remember the amazingness of being on the bus. Everybody freaking like
the bus was interesting.
everybody
Who did you
screaming the
sit with
lyrics to
on the
Country
bus?
Roads.
I,
That's about all I remember from that. I know there's a bunch of other songs, but the only one that I remember very
uh,
distinctly was the "Take Me Home, Country Roads."
yeah.
And you know why that was
Um.
super huge? Because that was whenever Fallout 76 was about to come out. Fallout 4 is the best for gameplay, not for story. The best Fallout game for story is Fallout New Vegas,
The
definitely.
gameplay.
But I really like the gameplay. I think the melee could have been better. But
Hmm.
I really like the full-on customization of each gun. Like it really, the fact that each gun in the
Hmm.
game
The
had like 50
modifications you can
different,
do on it.
yeah, mods and stuff. And the fact that it wasn't just like a, oh, you upgrade so
Mods.
you're able to unlock this
I
mod.
always play with the always I always have that mod where it's like in VATS you can shoot them in the butt. That's my favorite mod.
Yeah, obviously for my Fallout video, I did the Whispering Hills mod, which was terrifying. But I also
Yeah.
had
But I
this
think
one
we're getting
for,
a bit off track. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Another day, another day.
But Fallout's pretty good.
Okay, so the DC trip.
So
After the whole.
see him the third
Oh
day.
my god. Okay. Jeez. I just opened up my pocket knife
You good
and
there?
I lost grip of it and I just chucked an open knife. Like right at my thighs.
Okay. Oh well, that's not good.
Yeah, that was not ideal. Either way. Okay, so
A little bit less than ideal, as one might say.
I remember all the
Third day.
memories from the trip. And I remember all the good stuff, but I don't remember the exact
Yeah.
dates. So, like, I could mention a bunch of different stories, and then some of them would be from day 1, some of them from day 2, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, so
The
I
only thing I
roomed
really
with,
remember from
I roomed with my friends, Skylar and Gage. I slept on one of the beds because I'm the biggest, and neither of them wanted to face me. And I remember watching 8 Mile one of those days. That was a good time.
Oh yeah, I watched 8 Mile too.
Oh, you did?
With Jack. That's who I was with. And the second night when we called all the different rooms, that was also pretty good.
Yeah, I think I got a call at that point.
You
You know
could
what
have
I
been at
also
the
remember?
hotel more.
The freaking
Oh, yeah.
security guards.
Wait, what?
The security guard. I never saw them. That was crazy. But
Mm-hmm.
oh my god. So on my Instagram,
100%. Yeah.
On the DC trip was whenever I created that account. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah. True does mean.
I looked out my window at the hotel one night. I don't remember which night it was. And I remember seeing what looked to be like a person in a white tank top just standing at the edge of the parking lot. And it looked pretty convincing. It was nighttime, so I couldn't really see it, but I could only see the reflection of the light of the street lamp. And from the way that the curtains were rolling, it kind of looked like that he was just like, breathing, just kind of like standing there idle, but not dead still. And so I thought that this...
Yeah.
And so we kept on checking back, and it went on for like 3 hours, and this man was just standing there. And I took a video of it on Instagram where I was like kind of freaking out a little bit. The next day I figured it out that it was a no parking sign. I never took down the video. So on my Instagram it's still that video if you scroll down all the way to the bottom. There's also the one where I talked
check out
about
his Instagram.
yeah, there's also the one where I talked about eating ramen at 3 a.m. That was stupid in all
You
ways.
plugging your Instagram? Is this is?
Go follow my Instagram, Drew Does Music 11.
Same thing as YouTube. Same name.
You gotta
Alright,
got to
All right,
follow along with the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So either way,
I think before we overstay our welcome, we should get into the meat of what happened on day 3. All right.
yeah, go ahead and remind me because
You can talk. Okay, so the 2 big things we had was the museum, the TV and pop culture museum, and the space museum.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and
which we didn't get to
Natural
stay at
History.
for very long.
Museum of Natural History, Science Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Science Museum was boring. Like honestly, I just didn't hang with the right people or something because I was just bored. You know how I kind of like circle around between the different friends I talk to, right?
Yeah. I will literally take that to like my grave as one of my most proudest moments. That's amazing.
Number 1. The number 1.
It's one of them.
Number
It's
2
up there.
Was I collaborated with JJ on YouTube.
No, that's number 1. I don't even know what you're talking about. So
Alright,
that happened, and I
Well,
remember
he was busy macking, right? I gotta tell you what
Okay.
happened in the Natural History Museum. Okay, yeah. So it was about like 5 minutes before we had to leave, and we was stuck in the middle of nowhere. The people I was talking to, and I was like, "Don't worry, Captain America will save the day," because I was, Captain America. But I literally just I used the signs and my expert navigation
Oh,
skills
yes.
to make it there just before we. And then they was like, "Wait, you actually did it, JJ?" And I was like, "My name's not JJ. I'm Captain America."
I remember you doing that. Like you
Yeah,
had the freaking
they don't like DC.
the American overalls. That was great.
Yeah, American overalls.
Uh,
I still have them.
you still have
I
those?
still have them. I showed them in the video.
Oh, that's so
Yeah, I
cool.
still have those. I'm keeping those to the grave.
I gotta find that video. That's awesome.
Yeah, and Tip and like the music people. That was about it though for that museum. It was not even that interesting.
Oh, at that museum, I got ratted out of $10. I was standing outside, and there was this
Yeah.
group of like three Asian men, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, they were walking around with
Understandable.
like the bracelets and necklace and stuff, and they were those kinds of things where they'd walk up
Oh,
and just put the necklace
and
around
give
your
it to
neck.
you like.
Yeah, and then they'd start going like.
Be like,
But what happened was that he did that, and I was like, "Oh yes, thank you, thank you," and I didn't understand what he said, so he kept on saying "Tunation, Tunation, Tunation," and I was like, "Huh? What?" I honestly thought that he was trying to give it to me.
donation.
So then my social anxiety started to rise, and then finally, my friend was just like, "He's saying donation," and I went, "Oh, okay," and so I opened up my wallet and I was like, "Here," and I handed out like a $5 bill. But then, oh,
Hmm.
God forbid he saw the $10 bill, and he goes, "No, no, 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 no,
$10.
no, $10, $10."
No, 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 no.
And I'm
$10.
like, it's
I
too
need to get on
anxiety,
Survivor.
too anxious to say no, so I'm just like, okay, okay, here, here. And then he just walked away. I can
Man.
imagine just going, heh, 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 heh. It
Love
was a
Washington D.C. so
necklace
much.
with like a little
All right.
plastic capsule at the end, and it had some some like a whatever Chinese or Japanese characters on it. And whenever you like,
Very
the
Korean.
plastic thing was
Sounds
sealed all the way
spicy.
shut, but I ended up breaking it and seeing the paper and uncoiling it, and it had like lines, like I'm talking about. It spread out into the receipt from a Walgreens and was just lined up and down with red Chinese characters, and it kind of scared me. It kind of looked like some kind of like threat.
Understandable.
I don't know what ended up happening to that.
This is the best story I will like ever tell because it is so weird. I One of my friends came up to me and was like, "Yo, JJ, there's a person that like 2 stories up that looks exactly like you." All right.
I remember hearing about this.
And I
Oh
was
my
like,
god, I
"Oh,
forgot that
he's probably
happened.
not gonna look like me. He's just probably gonna be tall and fat." Oh yeah, no, no, no. I went up the escalator, right, and then went up the second story of the escalator. It was me. It was me, man. And it was
Really?
like an exact clone of all of our friend groups because there was me, and there was a person who looked like Jack, and there's a person who looked like you. There's a person who looked like you. And I was just like, I passed by them, and like one of them noticed, but he didn't say anything. He was just like, he looked up at me, and he looked up down at him, and then
Yeah.
oh my
Man, you
god,
should have told me that my doppelganger was
dude.
there.
And then I walked back over. I would. I remember telling you, you just it was just time to go before.
Oh.
And speaking of time to go, I think we both know what happened. Yeah, we was all waiting, and then Jack was just missing for so long. But I think it was his cousin. Yeah, his cousin was just like they were just gone for a while, and then they just showed up like it was a time to go, but they was like 45 minutes late. And it's like, hey guys, we're back.
Wait, really? I don't
Oh
remember
man,
that part.
really?
Uh
Don't remember that.
was
Don't
this in
make
the
me lose
mall?
credibility. It was on the third day. It was at the TV and
Oh.
Night Museum.
You remember the
I
huge
remember
mall?
because we couldn't go to the Space Museum that long because the
Yeah.
huge mall. Oh, like it had so much food courts. Like there's the food court was so huge.
Yeah. It literally took up the entire first floor.
Yeah,
That was super cool.
It was
I
crazy.
remember crossing over an old man. It was one of those situations, whenever you're
Yeah.
walking at somebody, and then every time that you try to move over, they move the exact same way, so then whenever you get to each other, you just have to, like, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that happened, except he never stopped, so whenever
You
he
just
came up
didn't
to me,
stop.
he tried to jump out of the way, and then I jumped in front of him, and he fell, and I scooted over, and I just kind of stared at him for a second, and then I just shot a jump shot and ran
You
off.
just now man.
I straight up just like stared at him for a few seconds, said nothing, shot a
You
jump shot, and
ruthless.
then just ran.
You ruthless, man.
I didn't know what to do.
Yo, you remember do you remember the Obama painting in the Museum of Art?
Oh my lord,
Like
the whole museum of art was
they had
interesting.
all the presidents there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did you go to the third floor?
Yes. You
The
remember the
the abstract area?
yeah,
He
with
was
all of the like
cursed,
different like
man.
little
He was
sculptures
cursed.
and crap?
Yeah, like that place was weird.
It was like it looked like uh the file places from that one SpongeBob episode where they go into like the file dimension. But instead of it just being like filing
Oh,
cabinets, it was just full of cases of the most random art
oh,
pieces.
yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That place with like
It was
the
like it was
two
like the
floors.
episode on the clarinet.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh yeah,
my
you're talking about
god,
the SpongeBob
yeah.
episode. Yeah, whenever they go to the weird place inside the tiny filing cabinet and there's like an entire world in there.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember being
oh
creeped
my
out by that
god.
episode. That episode was weird.
Yeah. Well, we only got a few minutes left, so let's just finish it off by saying the Space Museum. There wasn't that much to it because we had to leave early.
Yeah, we literally only stayed
But
there for 10 minutes.
but me and Kirkland did. We got up to like really old couples, and we like made a fart noise,
That's
and they
great.
just looked at us. That's not funny at all. That's not funny at all. Why am I laughing?
It's not even great. I mean, that's the best part about it is that that's not even like clever or anything. It's just we made fart noises
We
behind
just
the
made
old
a
couples.
noise. They looked at us.
Oh,
Oh my god. I'm
I
so
also
easily
remember
amused.
being yelled at by this lady because I mispronounced a man's name.
At the veteran memorials.
Yeah, I felt bad for it, but at the same time, that was really an overreaction. So, if you all have never
Yeah,
been,
I mean it's not like you.
yeah, there's a Vietnam veterans memorial there, and it's literally like stone, not stone, like marble walls with names engraved in them of all the soldiers that passed during the war. Obviously, not a place to be laughing or anything like that. Well, I was going through reading some of the names that caught my eye, and one of them was a Jewish name that I absolutely butchered. I said completely wrong. I had no idea how to pronounce it, but I just felt like in my mind that I wanted to attempt it. And so I'm just going to make a random name and say that it was like Waskavich, but I pronounce it like Wishigavich. And this woman comes out of nowhere and she's like, "You shouldn't be
Okay.
disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. How dare you say that? These soldiers were heroes who gave their lives," and then like went on this whole rant. And I was like, and then the squirrel
Yeah,
came with like in 3 feet
I
of
don't
me.
know. I don't know if you knew this, but like that could be taken a different way.
How?
Yeah, how would you like it if your last name was Wussy bitch? Uh,
That I don't know, man. So I think that's where we're going to end this
I'll
here.
stop.
I'd really like to thank JJ for having me on his wonderful show. If you haven't already, go check him out at the Unending One. I will put a link to his channel in the description. Feel free to
Thanks.
check out any of my other videos. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.